important. So something for you to, consider and to think about. And I think more so because of the limited oversight of college funds. Right? If I think if we were in a position where we were accrediting, there's a little more emphasis on the responsibilities of the college, right?
Sure.
And unfortunately, obviously we'll try, but we're not going to be able to capture everything. So it's not the college's intent that we, evaluate every preparation that you're doing, but it is really about having you understand, some of the things that you should be considering as you're, and especially as this list grows, and you go beyond, the ophthalmics that we're talking about as well, right? So I think that's, important for that. I don't know, Kelly, did you have anything? Sorry.
No.
Okay. And so thanks for, sending the reports. Thanks for sending, both, because it's always helpful to, to see what's happening. And so you were able to get them in July.
I was, yep.
And, it looks like, obviously, in terms of certification, there, aren't, any issues. And you're saying everything's done in the dynamic state with 5 people, in the rooms. So that all looked good, and good that you're, doing it frequently as well to, try to pick up on things. So I guess in terms of what I noticed was when they did the viable, so you are seeing some stuff from a viable perspective. So maybe talk to us a little bit from the, more of the QA perspective, what you've been doing about that, recognizing that, they did not, exceed the, the acceptable limits, but you are getting some stuff, and looks like, based on the organisms that were, identified, they're both, some from humans and some are from the environment. So, what did you think, and what did you do?
So first of all, one thing that we started doing, this is something that Julie, I think you've touched on a couple of times in our assessments, is taking this data and trending it. So we've started doing that this year. Of course, we don't have a lot of data points yet. We're going to move forward and see if the numbers kind of stay as is, or they drop, or they increase. Right now, we're still not overly concerned with it, but we sent it for identification, and we'll see if those numbers kind of stay where they are or trend upwards. Obviously, if there's a trend upwards, then we have to look at our procedures and our staff, possibly do extra training, or whatever it takes to get those numbers down.
So do you know if there are any differences in, the operations at all, or everything the same staff, no new staff?
There is the new staff. There is new staff, yep.
So do you think that could be part of it?
It's possible. Have you done a year-to-year comparative?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
So where were we at this time last year as a comparison?
We haven't gone back that far.
Yeah.
That'd be a good idea to go back and look at all those reports and chart on your graphs, so that we have that, and to see if there's...
We changed a few cleaning solutions.
We did.
So we sort of did
and then went back to our original.
And that's fine,
it didn't turn out the way we had hoped.
Tracking it, making sure when that happened, to see if it had any impact on the results.
It was before you. We decided to switch.
It was the end of last year, I think.
And then we saw surface sampling went up, and then we had to switch back.
Go back. But I think the staff are pretty good, especially the ones that are more senior. They're good about cross-checking each other as well, so that nobody cuts corners or slips into a bad habit or something.
Yeah, they're very comfortable with each other to call each other out if there's something.
And it's actually good to have new people on board as well, because some of them are coming with previous experience, which is good and bad, because they can be bringing bad habits or they can be bringing good habits. But it forces everybody to refresh their training
Yeah.
when you've got new people on board as well.
Yeah.
So, which was June, right? Was the most recent.
Yeah, end of May, June. Yeah.
May, June. Yeah, they're good at calling each other out.
Yeah. I think they like it.
That's good.
But they're all. I think their personality is that they're operating at a really high level. They are quite meticulous
They are.
and detail oriented. So
Okay, well, that's,
A great team.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
good.
really
So
good team.
it's, one, I think it's helpful, and I think the trending will help as well. But
Yeah.
as you say, it's earlier on.
Yeah.
And you really,
We don't have many data points, but we're seeing, some trends. Things are definitely getting better, but we just have minimal data points right now. We're thinking like by next year, we'll actually have some patterns, and we'll be able to determine if we need to change some of the products that we use. But right now, it's looking pretty good.
okay. Any concerns about the species that you've been seeing?
So they just look like, I've just seen like Staphylococcus coagulase. I think it's just coming off people's skin maybe. There's no real concern. There weren't any species noticed that were concerning as of yet.
Yeah, because I think you had bacillus as well. You probably had a few others.
Yeah, that's,
where were those picked up? I haven't seen the viable samples from the most recent one. Were they in the anteroom?
I don't. I have to look at the.
It wasn't in the clean room.
Okay.
Mhm.
It would have been from the HEPA report, the most recent.
No, it's
HEPA.
not. It's from your own.
Yeah,
It's
we do
from
our own
the,
surface sampling.
facility
Oh, okay.
surface sampling. And here's the. Here's one.
Hallway.
Oh, okay. And that's a floor. So it's where in the hallway though? Like, was it a wall? Was it a floor? Was it a cart?
Well, look
Was
here.
it a-
8.
Or is this?
How they break it down. Can I see this
Yeah.
for a second?
You just wanna
This
make
is air sampling. Well, unless it's, I'm assuming you copied it, so it's like I had all separate sheets. So I'm assuming this
okay,
refers.
okay.
I'd have to look at my original documents to see.
Okay, what refers to what?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's all that came.
Oh,
in.
so that's air sampling.
yeah.
It was a little cut off.
That's all that came through.
I see that. It's cut off.
Okay.
My originals are not cut off, so
Yeah.
Understand
you're more
that's
than you're more than welcome to view the originals. But
Okay, so that's an air sample from
yeah,
the
the hallway.
Okay.
And so this is the
what
law
is
that you're
important though is that the anteroom is cleaner, the clean room is cleaner, and the hoods are the
Good.
cleanest.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess this is what you're, trending, and
Yep.
I guess there's a bigger
Yeah.
sheet, because I guess that's all we saw.
There is. You can look in our
The
clean room
amount
binder
of
for the.
PPE worn in the hallway is less than the PPE in the anteroom.
They
And
change
then-
again, right, before
Yes.
they go in, right?
They don additional garb.
So that's what you were talking about earlier, the sort of that 3 levels.
It gives
where
us
people
that
go
extra
through.
layer of protection.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's good, and I think we always, like to point out, it's good because you actually should be seeing stuff, and it really is about
Yeah.
the trending.
Yeah.
And trying to understand, where it might be coming from.
Yeah.
Is it, that you need to do more with the training around the, the donning and doffing? Is it about where people, have been? And just trying to identify, what the cause is.
I'm just thinking the other challenge we had was sourcing PPE. Like at the beginning of COVID, we were going crazy, and so it may have been a different type of garb
We haven't.
because the jumpsuits we were using before with the full hood, right? And,
Yeah.
and for a period of time we couldn't source those, so we still had sterile gowns, but there was
No
little bit
hood.
of
They still wore
skin.
the hairnet, but no
Yeah.
hood. Yeah,
But there was neck skin that was
Mhm.
exposed,
Yeah,
right? That
that's true.
normally would not have been.
That's true.
Yeah, so, these are important to help. So
that,
this
you
is,
could draw a correlation to that, right?
this is what you're doing. You're saying you're doing this how often now?
The air sampling is once